Gauravata. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this morning we are going to continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, chapter 16. We have just heard that Krishna asked Kalia to leave the lake and go to the ocean near the Ramanaka island. And Krishna has told Kalia, your head is now marked with my footprint. So you don't have to be afraid of Garuda anymore. Going on. Divyambara Sranmani
दिव्याम्बरसृन्मणिभिः
Paradhyar Apibhushane
पराद्यैरपि भूषणे
Divya Gandhanulepescha
दिव्यगन्धानुलेपैश्च
Mahat Yotpal Malaya
महत्योत्पलमालया
Pujayitva Jagannatham
पूज्ययित्वा जगन्नाथम्
Prasadya Garuda Dvajam
प्रसाद्य गरुडध्वजम्
Tata Prito Bhyanugyata
ततः प्रीतोऽप्यनुज्ञातः
Parikramya Vandyatam
परिक्रम्याभिवन्द्यप्तम्
Sakalatra Suhrit Putro
सकलत्र सुहृत्पुत्रो
Dvipam Abder Jagamaha
द्वीपम् अप्ते जगामः
Tadeva Samrita Jala
तदेव सामृतजला
Yamuna Nirvisha Abhavat
यमुना निर्विश आभवत्
Anugrahat Bhagavata
अनुग्रहात् भगवतः
Krida Manusharupinaha.
क्रीडामानुषरूपिणः
Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Kalia worshipped the Lord of the universe by offering him fine garments, along with necklaces, jewels, and other valuable ornaments, wonderful scents and ointments, and a large garland of lotus flowers. Having thus pleased the Lord, whose flag is marked with the emblem of Garuda, Kalia felt satisfied. Receiving the Lord's permission to leave, Kalia circumambulated him and offered him obeisances. Then, taking his wives, friends, and children, he went to his island in the sea. The very moment Kalia left, the Yamuna was immediately restored to her original condition, free from poison and full of nectarian water. This happened by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who was manifesting a human-like form to enjoy his pastimes. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has commented extensively on this verse. To explain the word Manibi, Kalia worshipped the Lord with jewels. The Acharya is quoted from the Sri Radha Krishna Ganodesh Dipika by Rupa Goswami as follows. Kaustu Kaustubha Kaustubhakhyo Maniryena Pravishya Hridam Auragam Kalia Preyasi Vrinda Haster Atmopaharitaha. The Lord had made his Kaustubha gem enter the serpent's lake, and then he arranged for it to be presented to himself by the hands of Kalia's wives. In other words, because Lord Krishna wanted to act just like an ordinary human being, he made the transcendental Kaustubha gem invisible and caused it to enter within Kalia's treasury. Then, when the appropriate moment came for Kalia to worship the Lord with many different jewels and ornaments, the serpent's wives, unaware of the Lord's transcendental trick, presented him with the Kaustuba gem, thinking it was simply one of the jewels in their possession. So Kalia worshipped Krishna with cloth and a lot of jewelry, jewels, ornaments, different types of scents, ointments for his body, also a large garland of lotus flowers. So here is mentioned he pleases Krishna, and Krishna has a flag, and on the flag there, who is there on Krishna's flag?
Garuda.
Garud, yeah. Who's there on Arjun's flag?
Hanumanji.
Hanuman. Yeah.
Hanuman, yeah, yeah. So here Krishna's flag is mentioned, Garud is there. So anyway, and the purport is mentioning Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary is there that, oh, when Kalya is worshipping Krishna with the ornaments, what Krishna had done, he made his Kaustuba gem invisible and let it enter the treasury of Kalya. And when the Nagapatnis, when Kalya's wives were offering him these ornaments, the jewel came and they offered him the same Kaustuba gem. It is Krishna's only. But this is one of Krishna's pastime. The Acharya has further commented that the reason Lord Krishna is described in this verse as Garud-Dwaj, he whose flag is marked by the symbol of his carrier Garud, is that Kali also desired to become Lord Krishna's carrier. Garud and the serpents are originally related as brothers. And therefore Kalia wanted to indicate to Lord Krishna, if you ever have to go to a distant place, you should also think of me as your personal carrier. I am the servant of your servant, and in the wink of an eye, I can travel hundreds of millions of yojanas. Thus the Puranas narrate that in the course of Lord Krishna's eternal cycle of pastimes, when Kamsa orders the Lord to come to Mathura, he sometimes goes there mounted upon Kalia. Thus end the purports of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th Canto, 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Krishna Chastises the Serpent Kalia. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, why is Krishna's flag mentioned here? Garud is mentioned because Garud is Krishna's carrier. Kalia also wants to become his carrier. Saying here is mentioned Garud and serpents are originally related as brothers. Seems they are brothers originally. I don't know how. But anyway, Kali also wants to be a carrier of Krishna. And Krishna's pastimes are eternally going on, right? So in Puranas, there is mention, like we know that from when Vrindavan, when Krishna goes to Mathura to meet Kans, then Akrur comes to pick him up on a fine chariot. You know, sometimes there may be variation to this pastime. So in Puranas relate that sometimes Krishna comes there on Kalya, goes there mounted upon Kalya. So Kalya is also one of the carriers of Krishna. Some of these pastimes are there in Puranas. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
So this we finished the 16th chapter. Any comments on the chapter?
Mm,
No. Okay. Then we can go on to chapter 17. We'll hear the history of Kalia. This chapter describes how Kalia left the island of the snakes and how the sleeping residents of Vrindavan were saved from a forest fire. When King Parikshit inquired about Kalia's leaving Ramanaka Island, the abode of the serpents, and about why Garud acted inimically toward him, Sri Sukadev Goswami replied as follows. On the serpents on the island were afraid of being devoured by Garuda. To placate him, every month they would leave various offerings for him at the foot of a banyan tree. But Kalia, puffed up as he was with false pride, would eat these offerings himself. Hearing of this, Garud became furious and went to kill Kalia, whereupon the snake began biting the great bird. Garuda fiercely beat him with his wing, sending Kalia fleeing for his life to a lake adjoining the Yamuna river. Prior to the above incident, Garuda had once come to the Yamuna and started eating some fish. So Bari Rishi had tried to stop him, but Garuda, agitated by hunger, had refused to heed the sage's prohibitions. And in response, the sage had cursed Garuda that if he ever came there again, he would immediately die. Kalia had heard of this, and thus he lived there without fear. In the end, however, he was driven out by Sri Krishna. When Lord Balaram and all the residents of Vrindavan saw Sri Krishna rise up out of the lake, beautifully decorated with many different gems and ornaments, they embraced him in great pleasure. The spiritual masters, priests, and learned brahmanas then told Nanda Maharaj, the king of the cowherds, that although his son had been caught in the grips of Kalia, it was by the king's good fortune that he was now free again. Because the people of Vrindavan were quite worn out by hunger, thirst, and fatigue, they spent that night on the banks of the Yamuna. In the middle of the night, a fire happened to blaze up within the forest, which had become dry during the hot season. As the fire surrounded the sleeping inhabitants of Vrindavan, they suddenly awoke and rushed to Sri Krishna for protection. Then the unlimitedly powerful Lord Sri Krishna, seeing his dear relatives and friends so distressed, immediately swallowed up the terrible forest fire. So this was a short summary of what we are going to read in the chapter.
Shilpa ji, Hare Krishna, just one question, sorry.
Mhm.
After reading this, it popped up that it was the Kaustubha Mani,
Yeah,
the
Kaustubh.
one that Krishna has, what he's always, right? And the
Yeah,
Shamakta Mani is the different one.
yeah,
So
that's a
this is the
different.
Kaustubha Mani. So like what Krishna always wears in his roop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's right.
so he did a leela that he he himself put it there, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So that he can get it back.
Yeah,
That he can give that it is offered by Kalia, right? Kind of a thing, right?
that's right.
Okay. In his tragedy, we read, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. Shri Rajovacha
श्रीराजोवाच
Nagalayam Ramanakam
नागालयं रमणकं
Katham Tatyaja Kaliya
कथं तज्याज कालिया
Kritam Kim Suparnasya
कृतं किं वा सुपर्णस्य
Te Neke Nasmanchasam.
तेने केनासं मञ्जसम्.
Having thus heard how Lord Krishna chastised Kalia, King Parishit inquired, why did Kalia leave Ramanaka Island, the abode of the serpents, and why did Garuda become so antagonistic toward him alone? So Parikshit Maharaj wants to know what happened. Why first place did he leave this Ramanaka island? Why was Garuda always after Kalia? What happened? Shishukuvacha
Shuka Uvacha
Upaharye Sarpajaner
Upaharye Sarpajaner
Masi Masi Hayobali
Masi Masi Hayo Balihi
Vanaspatayo Mahabaho
Manaspatyo Mahabaho
Naganam Pranirupita
Naganam Pranirupitaha
Swam Swam Bhagam Prayachanti
Swam Swam Bhagam Prayachanti
Naga Parvani Parvani
Naga Parvani Parvani
Gopi Gopithyatmana Sarve
Gopit Atyatmana Sarve
Suparnaya Mahatmane.
Suparnaya Mahatmane.
Sukadev Goswami said, to avoid being eaten by Garuda, the serpents had previously made an arrangement with him, whereby they would each make a monthly offering of tribute at the base of a tree. Thus, every month on schedule, O mighty armed King Parikshit, each serpent would duly make his offering to that powerful carrier of Vishnu as a purchase of protection. Srila Sridhar Swami has given an alternate explanation of this verse. Uparye may also be translated as by those who are to be eaten, and Sarpajane as those human beings who are dominated by or who belong to the serpent race. According to this reading, a group of human beings had fallen under the control of the serpents and were prone to be eaten by them. To avoid this, the human beings would make a monthly offering to the serpents, who in turn would offer a portion of that offering to Garud, so that he would not eat them. The particular translation given above is based on the commentary of Srila Sanatan Goswami, and the translation by Srila Prabhupada in his Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In any case, all the acharyas agree that the serpents purchase protection from Garud. So, what was happening on the Ramanaka island was Garud was coming there to eat the snakes. You know, and so they came to an agreement that we'll make you an offering once a month. You don't just eat us indiscriminately. And in this way, they are protected. Once a month they're giving him. But there's another commentary by Srila Sridhar Swami. He's saying that this verse can also be explained that there was a group of human beings that was controlled by the snakes. So what had happened, that the snakes were eating these human beings, and to avoid this, the humans were making an offering to the snakes. And this offering is what the snakes were offering to Garuda as a protection for the snakes themselves. So the human beings want protection from the snake, so they're giving an offering. And the snakes want protection from Garuda, so they are giving him this same offering. That's why the word here as an explanation to the word Sarpajane. So this is Srila Sridhar Swami's explanation, whereas Srila Sanatan Goswami's explanation is this, that Garud was coming to eat the snakes, and to have protection from him, they would say, okay, once a month we are going to give you some offering. So anyway, but the point is that there was this kind of compromise made that the serpents are going to give an offering once a month to Garud, and in return, he would protect them. Is that okay?
Yeah, Shilpaji, that's okay. But then can we also find, or can you look up for, like, what was the relation, like how we read before that they were brothers, snakes
Yeah,
and
I don't know
Garudas?
why Yeah,
So
I
if
don't
we
know
could
where is
find
that.
something, because we have all like regarding this, it's always mentioned that they were enemies.
Yeah.
So
Snakes and eagle, right? Garuda is
yeah,
an
yeah.
eagle,
So I don't
snake
know,
and eagle.
maybe there is something.
Yeah. I can
uh,
see if I can find something.
yeah, if you can find something, because then in what context it is, because it's an
Yeah.
important part, right? That why
Yeah.
they are mentioning that there.
And
Yeah.
even what offering? Is it a human offering? The humans would give, like, they take turns to the
Yeah.
snakes, and then the snake offer that human to Garud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So, yeah. Not sure. It's not here. It's not very clearly mentioned here. Sridhar Swami is saying that there would be the human, and Srila Sanatan Goswami is saying the snakes are making the offering. So is the human, is the offering a human or is the offering a snake?
Actually, in the
See if I
Hindi
can
one,
find.
in the
Hmm,
Hindi one, it's written, इस
hmm,
पाठ के अनुसार मनुष्यों का एक समुदाय सर्पों के अधीन हो गया था और उनके द्वारा खाए जा सकते थे.
hmm,
So that means that this is the self, right?
hmm.
उनके द्वारा खाए जा सकते थे, मतलब वो खुद खाए जा सकते थे. इससे बचने के लिए ये लोग सर्पों को मासिक भेंट चढ़ाते थे, जिससे एक अंश वह गरुड़ को देते थे ताकि वह उन्हें खा न जाए. बिकॉज
So,
गरुड़ इंसान को खा रहा था, सॉरी, बिकॉज स्नेक खा रहे थे इंसानों को, तो उससे बचने के लिए उन्होंने कहा कि हम हर महीना आपको एक भेंट चढ़ाएंगे. बट इसमें ऐसा
yeah,
नहीं लिख रहा कि वो खुद को चढ़ाएंगे,
yeah,
क्योंकि वो उनपे अटैक कर रहे थे, स्नेक्स उनको खा जाते थे. तो उनसे
yeah,
बचने के लिए अब वो क्या दे रहे थे, मे बी कोई जानवर दे रहे थे या कोई कुछ और दे रहे थे, मतलब ऑफरिंग कर रहे थे वो लोग.
yeah. What they're offering. I'll see if I
या
find something.
या
Okay, okay, we'll stop here. Bhakta Priya, did you read the story of Shimantani Devi?
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji, but I try because my English is not really good.
That's okay.
Okay, I will try to share the story. Um, okay, give me one moment. Give me 1 second. Hare Krishna, all devotee. Um, just in the Satya Yoga, and one time, this story is from Mahaprabhu and Srimati Devi, and in Satya Yoga, Srimati Devi looking her husband Shiva is very happy to dancing and always to sing the Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. And Parvati asked the Shiva, "Who is Gauranga? I saw you are dancing and singing. I feel my heart feel always joyful. Please tell me." And Shiva to tell the all the Gauranga story for the Srimati Devi. So Srimati Devi start to practice to but in the bhakti yoga, and but one time Srimati Devi is very suffer, and she to see the Krishna, and she cry for Krishna. Say, everyone say, if you close the Krishna, here not have Maya. So because this, I have the initiation just for my husband, and I have any the devotee. Why you I because you give this Satan made me have this suffer. So I want to ask you why. And Krishna tell the Srimati Devi say my energy have two forms. In spiritual, my orange energy is the Shilata, but my material world energy is you. So you now have different Shilata. And because you, without you, my Lila now can totally do this. So your form is like Yoga Maya. So you also very dear for me. So when Srimati Devi hear this part, so he made the Krishna have some powder. So Srimati Devi touch the powder and push here, push the hair the center, and so this space also can call the Shimata Dupa. So the also like a nine different service. So it's like a here. So also I want to share. Shri Papa also say in one class. Shri Papa also share. Srimati Devi is really Vaishnava, which Vaishnavi, which very very great devotee of Krishna, and she get very. It's not good. It's not everyone know the job, because like police, everyone don't like police, but if you really do good way, police never to press you. So so he job, she job, just like may we have Krishna consciousness. So we need like yesterday, Neha Mataji say this time we can really pray for the Srimati Devi, and may we have more stronger Krishna consciousness. So I share this story. Is something wrong? Please tell me. Thank you. Tell everyone. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Mm. Thank you so much, Bhakta Priya Mataji, for telling us this wonderful pastime. Did anyone have any?
Thank you.
Is that okay? Okay.
Hare Krishna. Shilpa ji, so the Srimati Devi ji is Maya
Shimantan,
Devi. Srimati.
Shimantani Devi.
Shrimantani. Okay.
She
So
is
she
Maya Devi.
represents Maya Devi.
She is Maya Devi. She's
She is Maya
Parvati.
Devi. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's Parvati.
She's Parvati ji. Okay.
Yeah. Is she in her mang? She puts the dust of the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga. So that's why it's the mang is called Shimanta or something. That's why she's called
Okay.
Shimantani Devi.
Okay. So like how we in our like how we fill the sindoor in the same mang,
That's
right?
why. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So she
right.
has the god duster,
Yeah,
Gauranga's duster. Okay, Lord
yeah,
Gauranga's duster. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So is
yeah.
she
She's
there in
Parvati
Mayapur,
Devi.
like how she's
Yeah,
saying,
the
right?
temple is there in Mayapur. In the
Oh,
Jagannath temple in Rajapur, in the same grounds, there is
okay.
this Shimantani Devi temple also.
Oh, wow.
I can share the picture for Neha Mataji. I
Yeah,
think it's
please, if you
really
can
good.
share the picture. Yeah.
Yes, I also can share the story, because I also to search the Google. Yeah, so I go to here. I have sold the story, because I will show you picture and you will know. And I think it's very good. My part is English time. So Sri Martini Devi. Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Wow. So that's why I think, Shilpa ji, that how the how it is like very nicely explained, and then people don't get confused, and it's very clear. Like
Oh,
how to
Sneha is saying she can't hear. I'm sorry, 1 minute, Neha. Sneha is saying she can't hear anyone.
really, I can hear you
Sneha,
all clearly, Sneha ji.
Sneha, are you able to hear? Huh?
Sneha ji, we cannot hear you. No.
I can
Yeah, I'm
hear.
not
It's
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. She's put this in the chat. What happened? So Neha, you were saying something?
No, I was just saying that how nicely everything is explained for us so that, we know whom to worship, how to worship whom in a
Mm,
kind of a way, so that we're not lost.
yeah, that's true.
Because it's very important, right?
Yeah,
That the correct way, what to ask whom.
yeah,
Because I remember everybody still, it is not, I'm not saying that, it's still people ask uh, Devi, especially in these 8 days, 8, 9 days. I remember my mother also praying and saying that, I did my Nauratra part, and then I went every day to take darshan of Devi. And then
mm,
1 year, my brother got a son, and the next year I got the son. I did the same and I got the son. So, like, I'm just telling that how that concept is developed, right? And then
yeah,
she told me the story. So now when I'm growing, I will also think that she's the one who can give you anything
yeah,
because my mother did it. So, like, how that concept is carried on in families and in generations deep down. And then, when by the mercy of great devotees, like how Prabhupada comes and when this is explained properly, then we know
yeah,
that we can break that chain. So, I feel it's very, very important to learn so that you can pass on the correct things to generations.
yeah, very good. Yeah,
Wow. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
okay. Thank you. Let's stop here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare Krishna.